Hi, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of Are Liberals Deranged? Yes, we have a clip queued up in line to see truly if liberals are deranged. Let's get started.
Human beings. So you don't care if they're the worst criminal in the world and they have raped and murdered children, they're okay and they're still human beings and they should be here?
I believe that they are human beings and that they deserve dignity just as everybody else.
You think child rapists deserve dignity?
Absolutely, I do.
Oh my gosh. Can you believe she said something
Sir,
like
we're
that?
filming. We're filming. We're filming.
Oh. Yeah, I think that about sums it up, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Are Liberals Deranged? Yes, it is Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. I think we've had a wonderful week. A lot of great news coming out of the Trump administration this week. If you're new here, welcome to the Wright View, or as Contestdoll, or Contestdoll 308, I don't know. She says, you have the wrong name for your little bigoted show. It should be called What Fascists Like to See in Here, or Hi, I'm the modern-day Joseph Goebbels reporting the latest Nazi news, right? When I get these comments, it cracks me up because it's coming from people like the previous person that we just saw in the most recent clip. It's coming from people like that, right? Or from people in the clips that I'm about to show you. I mean, I should have called this episode Liberal Logic.
Talking about top 3 issue over the last 4 years. These are CBP numbers, illegal crossings per year. Numbers are down by 95%. What changed? What changed?
You seriously?
Well, I don't know what changed, but that's a problem I have with people. You just start about immigrants and talking about things like that. I mean,
illegal immigration.
The most important thing is climate change.
Yeah, and this is just the beginning of these people, right? They know what changed, right? They obviously know that the border got shut down, and they just don't want to admit it. I swear. Have you ever tried having a conversation with any of these people on the internet? Because like many say, they move the goalposts, right? They continuously move the goalposts. So like this previous guy, do you know what changed with the border, and the numbers changing, right? He says, well, I don't know. But what the main issue here is climate change, right? What a joke. These people they refuse to say that Trump has done anything right.
It was already down before Trump came in, but now there's a atmosphere of fear, so it's probably down further.
So you're saying they're way down? Deported.
Afraid of being deported.
Yeah, because we're not being welcoming and hospitable at the border anymore.
Yeah, it's a 95% reduction, so that's why we're talking about it. Obviously, it's a top 3 issue over the last 4 years.
Right.
Worst border crisis in American history.
Well, I don't know.
Leadership.
I don't know if it's the worst crisis in American history or not.
Border crisis.
I don't even know if that's true or not.
By all available data.
Well,
that we don't trust.
Yeah, everybody's afraid they're going to end up in El Salvador if they get anywhere near us.
Okay.
Including American citizens who are overseas.
No, and including Canadians.
Nobody wants to come here anymore.
Okay.
They hate us. They hate us everywhere.
They hate us everywhere. That's not true. I mean, they hate us because they ain't us.
Hate us because they ain't us. Exactly. They hate us because they ain't us.
That's what it really comes down to. I mean, I would say USA is one of the most respected countries in the entire world, or else why would all the world's immigrants want to be coming here, right? It doesn't make any sense. The people who hate America the most are liberal Americans, right? They only like it when they're in power. Other than that, all they want to do is shut down freedom of speech, take away your firearms, open up the border, allow all these criminal aliens in, and then cry that Donald Trump or, Republicans don't stand for the same things that they stand for. It makes no sense. These people are more communist than liberal Democrats. Yeah, the next clip I'm going to show you is James Klug showing these people documents on Kilmar Grego Garcia. Yeah, enjoy this.
Other countries, he was not technically supposed to be deported to El Salvador because he was fearing rival gangs.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true. This is what you're telling me.
Well, you asked me my thoughts on it. I'm just laying it out.
Well, you're telling me information. Yeah.
There's court information documenting that information, as well as the MS-13. Would you guys like me to show you the court documents about the MS-13 involvement?
No, because...
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Yeah. And I have other documents if you'd like to check it out. I can also email you the documents as well. So these are court documents. You can read that top part right there if you want to read it out loud.
Has been identified as a member. MS-13. This is from Homeland Security.
And you can see the date at the top as well. So his initial arrest was in 2019. And keep in mind, you guys, I'm not a lawyer or anything, but I do try my best to give people good information. So this is the information that we have available. There's many more documents that I can actually pull up if you'd like. But the initial arrest in 2019, he was arrested loitering with MS-13 gang members. He was wearing clothing that they wear. And there was all... Well, I'm not making this up. This is all in court.
Yeah.
It's not true, though?
No.
What are your thoughts about that document, sir?
I'll do more research.
Yeah.
I don't know where you got that. I'm done being on camera.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah, imagine being that way, that somebody puts evidence right in front of your face and you say, you made that up. That's simply not true. Or I mean, everybody has a phone. Everybody has one. You have the world is in your pocket at all times. You can look up anything. You can look up bills. You can look up legislation. You can look up news sources. You can see which stories are covered by which networks, right? And these people choose not to because it doesn't confirm their bias. It's wild. See, this is why I don't watch just right-wing stuff. I watch left-wing stuff so I can look at both sides of the situation, do my own research, which, CNN told you not to because you'll end up being wrong, But yeah, I look at both sides of the coin and I decide whether or not I want to believe what you're saying. And more than likely, I don't believe what either side says, so I look into it myself. And if like 5 out of 6 reports say the same thing, then I'm more likely going to believe that 5 out of the 6 said, that this was a good thing, rather than that 6th person. The 6th person normally only being CNN, right? It's wild that these people decide not to look into things. It makes no sense. Yeah, which is why you still have people in New Jersey outside of Delaney Hall protesting to get criminal illegal aliens back out onto their streets.
I truly do, because you don't care for the dignity of every human being.
I don't care about the dignity of child rapists, you're right, or drug traffickers or MS-13 members who have made my country unsafe.
And I'm sorry
Absolutely.
that you have had a really hard life.
I care about protecting children, and you're talking about due process, but to be quite honest with you, these people have been given due process, and they've been found to be criminal illegal aliens, and so I do think that they should be deported.
That's very sad to me. You're an exploiter.
So you're here to defend criminals, is what you're saying?
I'm here to defend every single human being. Everybody deserves love. Everybody deserves dignity.
Thank you for your time.
Everybody does. Even you. Even you.
Thank you.
Even you.
I'm not a child rapist or an MS-13 member, so I would hope so.
No, you're just a capitalist exploiter who likes to exploit people's pain.
Thank you. Thank you.
You.
Yeah, so she made her look like an idiot. And I mean, like what a terrible person this blue-haired queen is, right? Well, I mean, I don't mean to misgender them, but yeah, what a terrible human being, right? They know that the people in Delaney Hall are criminals. You don't see them going to American prisons holding U.S. citizens and protesting to try to get them out. Like, what's the difference here? Is it only because the people in there are criminal illegal aliens that the Biden administration brought in, or what is it? I truly don't understand why they're doing this. I don't think they do either. They were told to be there. I mean, the conditions in Delaney Hall are outstanding. They're better than, I would say, 99% of the prisons or jails in the United States. See, I mean, if you looked at the video, they're I mean, that place is nice, right? Looks like a retreat rather than a detention center. But yeah, so these people are out there saying that these people, that the criminals in there are living in inhumane conditions, right? And they have had their due process. They have, and they're not. What people don't understand, and what CNN keeps on telling people, is that U.S. citizens are entitled to due process under the law. People that break into our country and then ignore their court dates, or they simply just don't even stay in the same state that they're supposed to, they are not entitled to due process as American citizens. They've abandoned due process when they miss their court dates. What do people not understand about this stuff? Yeah, let's end this on a good note. Here was a couple people that James Klug interviewed that actually, my kind of people.
Well, what changed? Trump is back, and he closed the border. And when Biden was here, it was an open border. We all know that.
The President
New
Trump.
president.
T-Dog.
Yeah.
Yep, T-Dog.
Yeah.
T-Man, T-Money.
Trump, dude. Finally, we get someone with some huevos in there.
President of the United States. Executive
President
order made
Trump.
it happen.
And better enforcement.
Better enforcement?
Yeah. People doing their jobs seriously.
Yeah, T-Money is back on the house, baby. I mean, things are changing for the better in the United States, and liberals just will not admit that. I mean, yeah, I'm like I said, I'm proud to be an American, and warning, stay away from Minneapolis Memorial Day weekend, specifically the 25th of May, because they are prepping for the death day of George Floyd, right? The guy that killed himself on drugs, and the left community blamed a police officer for doing his job. But yeah, stay away from there because they are preparing for the people of Minneapolis to riot in the streets again. So just look out if you're near there. Stand by for that. Hopefully nothing bad happens. I mean, they've already burnt down the city one time. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. But that's what I have for you on this Friday. I hope everybody has a fun and safe weekend. Don't drink and drive. Get outside, do some PT. Drink some water. Change your socks. I'll talk to you next time. All right, bye.